Hello everybody. So I just did some work on this the other day, fixing the ignition switch. Wouldn't start. After I got that all fixed, I started it up and it was making a heck of a racket. So I had not mowed the lawn in the last few times. My wife has been mowing it, so which I'm definitely not complaining about. But when I started it, I heard this, I don't know, it was almost like a ticking, screeching kind of racket at low speeds. And so I'm under the seat here and I pulled this panel off. Again, I hadn't mowed in a while, so I don't know if it's been doing it for quite some time. It appears it has been, but this pulley down here, I don't know if you can see, but I think this is the bearing that it should be riding on. I think it's a bearing, maybe it's just a bushing, but anyways, you can see that pulley is actually, off of it slid out of I think it's a bushing here, I guess. It's actually completely slid out of the bushing, and you can see the belt is pretty torn up right here. So I'm pretty sure this is what's causing it, but I would try to start it and let you hear it, but I don't know if you'd be able to hear it over the, over the muffler and stuff. But it was just kind of a really screechy, almost clangy noise when it was starting running. I can definitely see why now. So this pulley here, I've already loosened this nut up. I'm gonna take this off and see what I can try to pull that pulley off there. Okay, so got the nut off and pulled the pulley off. So there's this little bracket right here that kind of swivels back and forth. I don't know if this sleeved bolt is supposed to just come out of the bottom, but it is not. It is not coming out. But this is just lined with ridges. You can see here I have these little rings of metal shavings that came out. You could see that the bushing that goes inside here. I mean, it's just, you can see how much slop there is there. So and I don't know if you can see on the inside of there, it looks like, grooves or almost threads inside of there. So I assume that's from sitting here wobbling and spinning at the same time, but really tore it up. I mean, you can see how bad it's tore up there. So anyways, I think I'm gonna have to pull this bracket off to be able to press, to even try to get this this bolt out of this bracket. You can see where it's been rubbing right there too, rubbed and groove. So anyways, that's what I'm trying next. There's a under here this way, there's another bolt holding this bracket. So I think I'm gonna have to pull this whole bracket off and see what I can see on this, trying to get this out. Like I say, there's a nut head on the other side, or a bolt head, but I thought it would just press out, but it apparently is not. So I don't know if that's because it's worn or maybe it's not supposed to come out. Okay, so I got the bolt out. That was right down there. So this actually, so this just slides off. So this, I thought this was kind of stuck on, but it actually just presses off. So it must have been stuck pretty good, but I just took a little extension and put it on the bolt there and gave it a couple taps, and it came right off. So this slid off the top. Sorry, this slid off the top, and I was able to pull the bolt out the bottom. I've come up here in the attic, and I guess you've seen that box of old parts. I think I found a pulley that'll work. It looks pretty close to the same. This is off an old mower. Like I say, it looks very similar. So what it looks like to me is that inside here, there's a bearing, and then it's got this sleeve bushing that goes through, and that looks like it's gone from this pulley. I mean, that whole, you know, it looks like this whole inside is just completely ripped out. I don't know if these are the same, you know, same setup. I assume they're pretty close, but you know, this one had a nut with a little or a bolt with a little sleeve going through the bottom like that, and then I assume a washer and a nut on top. So I'm gonna try to see if this will fit on the mower, and then we don't have to buy a new one, just see if that works. So I did look through the little parts and pieces that I found. So to me, these look like the old bearing. You know, I don't know if it was a race that held in the old bearings. So that's what that looks like to me. So that probably just exploded, and all the ball bearings probably just flew out. And you know, there was probably a bearing inside of here that was kind of encapsulated. And then this was the you know, the center part. So you had your, that's what these grooves are. That's exactly what these are. So all making sense now. These grooves in here were where the old bearing, the old bearings rode. I bet. I don't know that for a fact, but yeah, it looks like it just exploded. And looking at these two, it looks like, you know, this was kind of the same. So they look about identical, you know, before this one got all tore up. So what I'm gonna do is this side here is gonna go down on that bracket. You can already see a little ring where it looks like it was resting on the bracket. And then once I put that down, I think I'm gonna put the bolt. The bolt will go through the bracket and into here. So it'll be setting like that on the bracket. And then this is the original spacer, I assume, that goes on, which kind of covers up the threads there. And then we have two nuts that go on. One goes on to kind of tighten the pulley, and then you put your tension spring on over that, and then the second nut goes on and covers that tension spring, kind of holds that tension spring on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on and yeah, see what happens. All right, there's the new pulley. Seems like it's working now. We'll fire it up real quick. So seems like it's spinning just fine. It's you know, it's not like, you can still move it up and down, but it's, you know, it's not falling off. Got it all fixed up now. Hopefully it's gonna work. We'll give it a shot. I was a little nervous. I do need to get a new belt. As you can see, belt's kind of worn out now. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody. You know, if you have that problem, that may be what it is. So. And if you're lucky, you'll have an extra pulley laying around somewhere. All right, see ya, bye.